Ever wonder what an experienced digital entrepreneur would do if he had to start back from zero and build $100,000 a year income? Well, I did it multiple times, and today I'm going to show you how. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I'm Alex, and I've been on quite the financial journey over the past 8 years or so. I wasn't always financially successful though. After graduating from university, I actually used to work in a call center, pulling away for 20-something bucks an hour. And although I had a great view from my window, my dreams were disappearing right in front of me. But since taking a leap of faith to try my hand in the online world, I've since built multiple six-figure businesses which have allowed me to travel the world and live what I consider a dream life. And today, I'm sharing something I consider pretty exciting. This is my personal blueprint on how I'd make $100,000 a year if I had to start all over again from scratch. Yes, you heard that right. These are the exact steps I would take if I had to go again from zero to 100 grand. And to simplify it for you, I'll be breaking all down into a 5-step process. Okay, first things first, I'll need some cash flowing in, right? This is to pay the rent, buy the groceries, internet, cell phone, the necessities of life. So there's 2 options available. I can either go find a part-time job, or I can dive into the online gig world and find a side hustle where I can leverage my existing skills such as making thumbnails or other graphics, video editing, script writing, and the platforms I'd use are Fiverr and Upwork. Now, if you haven't used these before, check them out. There's a ton of different jobs you can do to earn a part-time side hustle income. The reason why I want to work part-time is that I'm going to need extra time to build my actual business that'll pay 6 figures per year. I'll talk about that later in this video. The goal here is to hit that sweet spot of about $2,000 per month. It honestly doesn't matter too much if it's like a part-time job or something in the real world. I just prefer online personally, so I don't have to spend time traveling rush hour and spending 2 hours of a day going back and forth from work. Next up, I'll have to cut my costs. To do this, I'd find a roommate or roommates to split the bills with and live as frugally as possible to keep my expenses low. If possible, I want to keep my expenses below $2,000 a month. That'll be about $500 for rent, $500 for groceries, $500 for miscellaneous stuff, which will leave me savings of about $500, maybe a little bit less after taxes and such. And to be honest, that's actually close, not quite, but close to how much I spend today. Now, I'm still a very frugal person, even though I have a pretty high income. The reason is just because I always hear stories of rich people who just blow through all the money the minute they get it. And then a few years down the road, they're back to working in a 9-to-5 again. I don't want to be that person. That would be like one of my worst nightmares, to be honest. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't cheap out. I eat very healthy. I have a gym membership. I spend time with friends and family, and I travel often. I just don't go out blowing my money on expensive dinners or nightclubs where I can easily spend like $200 in a span of, a few hours? All right, so here's where it gets exciting. In my spare time, when I'm not working to pay the bills, I'd be working to build my future. How would I do this, you might ask? Well, I'd leverage social media platforms like Instagram, YouTube, and maybe even TikTok to start building a brand to make money. Now, what I love about business opportunities like these is that there's no need for a hefty investment. All it takes is time and creativity. And remember, I'm starting from scratch, so I'm practically broke at the moment, and the last thing I want is to get into debt. Now, an example of an online business that will take quite a bit of money to start is Amazon. Now, funny enough though, my first online business was Amazon, where I made my first fortune. I just wouldn't do it again because there were a lot of financial risks that I took. Now, the upside is crazy. Don't get me wrong, there's a ton of money to be made on Amazon. It was just a bit risky in my opinion. But anyways, personally at the moment, YouTube would be my go-to given its potential for ad revenue and my own expertise that I've developed. I mean, I have been doing YouTube now for 3 years and have made well over $500,000. So I have a good grasp of the system and how I can leverage it to make money for me. Now, the basics of all these social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, it's all about the same. Number one, get people to click. And number two, get people to watch. It's as simple as that. Now, if you can do those two things at a really high level, you'll never have to worry about money ever again. People can overcomplicate the money-making process, but it just boils down to learning how to market and learning how to create good content. And if you don't know how to do that, just learn. You can learn from Google for free, or you can pay for a course where someone simplifies it for you and answers all your questions. Now, I'd personally pay for a course. It's what I've done with all my businesses. I mean, you can get access to someone who's been there and done it before, which is absolutely invaluable. I actually bought a course before, not for the content of the course, but for the ability just to ask the instructor any questions I had. I found that to be very valuable. So if I was able to make my $2,000 a month from online gigs, which I'm confident that I can, I'd move to Thailand. Now, for those of you who have watched my previous videos, Thailand has become my favorite country. The luxury condos on budget prices, the food, the weather, the people, everything about this country fits my lifestyle. And if you haven't had the chance to try it out yet, I highly recommend it. But yeah, if I was working 6 hours per day, part-time at my job that pays the bills, I'd spend another 3 to 5 hours per day growing my main business. Once I'm able to make as much as my day job's income, I'd quit my day job and work on my business full-time. I estimate this will take 3 to 4 months based on my personal experience. Now, this is a huge milestone because now instead of like 20-something hours per week, I'm able to put in 50 to 60 hours full-time on my business, which should accelerate everything. From here, I just need to make $8,333 per month in order to be making $100,000 per year, which is my goal. To be perfectly honest, once I'm able to make $2,000 per month, a six-figure income is a piece of cake. Doubling down on what works, studying every week to get better, improving my CTR rate, keeping my momentum, improving my retention rates, consistently putting out videos, and with enough persistence, I'd be looking at making $8,333 a month, somewhere between month 7 and month 10. Now remember, my personal expenses are still low, so I'll never feel like I'm in financial trouble. I won't go out to eat at fancy restaurants. I won't splurge on nightlife. I won't buy fancy designer clothes. I'm pretty much spending money only on the basics. For entertainment, I'd go for walks, I'd listen to music, play pool in my condo, and just hang out and chill with friends. Nothing expensive. Making $100,000 a year might seem like a mountain for people who've never done it before, but with these 5 steps, I'm confident that over 90% of you watching this video can do it if you work hard and smart. Now remember, the toughest part is usually at the beginning when you're just starting and learning the ropes. Because at that time, you're putting in so much work, you're not making money, and you're probably making a ton of mistakes too. But once you get past that phase and you see that first dollar, then $10 isn't too far off. Then $100 isn't too far off. And then even $1,000 isn't too far off. And then from there, you pretty much already arrived. And honestly, that's how it works from my experience. It's like a video game. The better you get, the more points you earn. Thank you all for watching this video. If you found this helpful or inspiring, give this video a thumbs up, share it with someone who could use this guide. And don't forget to subscribe for more content just like this. Until next time, keep grinding, keep working towards your dreams.